Hi, I'm Gavin Chamberlain. I'm the CEO, and this is my first quarterly report since I've been in charge of the company. At the moment, we focused on the Tango project in Namibia, and we're making really good progress that we are reporting back to you on in the quarterly this month. Extremely busy quarter this year with a focus on, we finalized the FEED, which is the front-end engineering design phase. We looked at various optimizations of the definitive feasibility design, which has added value to the project overall, specifically in terms of improving the confidence that we now have in our design. And part of that process was also what we call the controlled budget estimate. So the costs for this project were originally announced in the DFS in December 22, and over the last 2 years, one of the concerns that we've had is the risk related to capital cost. And we spent a lot of time in the FEED actually re-evaluating the capital cost. We re-tendered over 80% of the capital value of the project to secure better pricing and more confidence in our price. We've only had an 11.3% increase in our capital cost. More importantly, we've only had a 2.6% increase in our all-in sustaining capital. What is really important in the increase in the capital cost is there's a large portion of discretionary spend which has been related to design issues that we identified during the FEED stage, which we've now been able to address, change the design, and are now more confident in terms of the technical design of the project. We've also had an extremely exciting event in this quarter, which has been our successful fundraise. We successfully raised 85 million Australian dollars, and we did this in a true tranche process, where the first tranche of 75 million Australian dollars has already been allocated and was settled in July, and the second tranche of the remaining 9.3 million dollars will be settled after our annual general meeting on the 14th of August. This capital raise has allowed us to actually proceed with the construction work on site. We will be continuing with the access road extension. So the overall site is a large site. The pit alone is 6 kilometers long. But building the backbone of the roads within the site area will allow us to continue with our construction planning and readiness moving forward. We will also be looking at the bulk earthworks contract. We are currently tendering the construction electric contract as well. Once again, focused on maintaining a construction schedule that will allow us to produce uranium in 2027. Apart from the FEED and the fundraise, obviously what's really been exciting is the actual movement of what's happening on the ground in Namibia. So we placed our original construction water contract and access road contracts in December of 23, and both of those contracts have been completed now in July this year. Progress on site has been positive, and it really has added impetus in terms of moving forward with the rest of the construction. Brought in a really experienced project director, Jeff Pipe, who has worked on mining projects throughout Africa over the last 30 years and has really added value to the team with a really astute contract focus. And we've also started to build up our construction site supervision team to enable us to actually manage the process moving forward. So on the back of what I regard as an extremely successful quarter, we are now focused moving into the next quarter on maintaining the momentum that we've built up on construction while we progress the FID. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the investors for their support, and we look forward to their further support as we move forward with the Tango project.